What if nothing is wrong with your life, and that's exactly the problem? What if the reason you haven't changed isn't fear or trauma or lack of discipline, but comfort? Not happiness, not peace, just comfort. The kind that lets days pass without friction, the kind that keeps things stable, predictable, manageable, and quietly unfinished. You probably wouldn't say you're unhappy. You work, you function, you show up, your bills are paid, your routine works. No obvious crisis. If someone asked how you're doing, you'd say, I'm fine. But there's a delay inside you, a lag. You've been meaning to change something. Career, health, a relationship, your direction. You've been thinking about it for years. You read books, watch videos, start things, stop things. You don't feel stuck. You feel paused, not depressed, not desperate, just suspended. And that's harder to talk about because nothing is clearly broken. So you keep going, waiting for clarity, waiting for motivation, waiting for the right mood. It never quite arrives. Here's one thing that's uncomfortable to admit. Activity is not change. Being busy can be a way to avoid deciding. Your calendar is full, your phone is full, your head is full, and somehow nothing fundamental moves. You wake up early, you exercise, you start side projects, you plan your next upgrade. But underneath all of it, the same questions remain untouched. Because real change doesn't come from effort alone. It comes from refusal. A refusal to stay the same. Not optimism, not inspiration. Pressure, the kind that makes your current state feel intolerable. Another truth, discipline doesn't come from liking yourself more. It comes from no longer being able to stand something. When routines collapse under stress, it's not because you're weak. It's because the routine was built on mood, not necessity. And then there's this idea we're proud of. I've accepted myself. Sometimes that's growth. Sometimes it's a soft surrender. A way of calling inertia maturity. Comfort can wear the costume of self-respect. It sounds calm, reasonable, healthy, but nothing grows in a place where nothing is challenged. You see this at the gym. People who show up, scan in, walk on treadmills, scroll between sets. They leave feeling responsible, not changed. The gym becomes proof of effort, not a place of confrontation. You see it at work. Teams that complain about burnout every week, but never question the structure keeping them there. People who say they hate their job, but feel safer resenting it than risking who they'd be without it. You see it in therapy. Sessions that soothe instead of disturb. Language that explains everything, but touches nothing raw. Insight without pressure. Awareness without consequence. You see it in friendships, groups where everyone wants more, as long as no one actually goes for it, where ambition gets reframed as obsession. Change gets labeled unhealthy. And you see it online. Endless talk about goals, posts about discipline, shared struggles. Visibility replaces vulnerability. It looks like effort. It sounds like effort. But nothing is being threatened. Not identity, not comfort, not ego. There's a strange place people get stuck, where life is acceptable, manageable, explained, but not alive. No crisis, no urgency, just a quiet sense that something is being delayed. Not because you can't change, but because you don't yet need to. And maybe that's the real tension. Not how to improve, not what to do next, but how much dissatisfaction you're willing to allow yourself to feel. Because until something becomes unbearable, it usually remains exactly the same. And that question, what you're still willing to tolerate, doesn't need an answer right now. It just stays there, waiting.